Welcome back to Union Duff. Today we're looking at Mind of Julia, a creator who has mastered the art of taking a perfectly normal, functional thing and finding a way to make it problematic, or dark. It's classic BreadTube logic. If it exists and it's popular, it must be a secret conspiracy to keep you biased or hateful. Take her video on maps. She starts with the Mercator projection. You know, the map that was designed for navigation.
And it wasn't meant to show the world fairly. It was made for European sailors to navigate across the ocean using straight lines. Having Europe at the top wasn't just a design choice. It reinforced an entire worldview amongst people.
Reinforced an entire worldview. Really, Julia? It's a map for sailors. If you're on a boat in 1569, you don't care if Africa looks smaller. You care about not hitting a rock and sinking. She pushes the Galt-Peters map as the fair alternative. Have you seen that map? It looks like the Earth is melting in a microwave. It's useless for actually getting anywhere. But hey, at least it makes her feel better about flipping the script. This is what happens when you prioritize vibes over actual math and geography. Yeah, Greenland looks huge. So what? I'm not planning a hiking trip from Nuuk to Nairobi using a wall map, Julia. And she really thinks flipping the map upside down is a revolutionary act. It's just confusing to look at. People didn't put north at the top to feel superior. They did it because the North Star doesn't move. But then she goes even deeper into the hidden darkness rabbit hole. Let's talk about Mickey Mouse's gloves.
There's a reason so many cartoon characters wear white gloves, and it's much darker than you think. It didn't appear in a vacuum. It grew out of early 1900s vaudeville and minstrel shows, where white performers in blackface wore white gloves to exaggerate their gestures on stage.
See what she did there? She admits right in the video that the gloves were for visibility on black and white film and to save money on animation. If you have a logical, technical reason, why do you need to hunt for a dark history? This is the BreadTube special. Take a 100-year-old cartoon and link it to the worst thing you can find just to sound deep. She even says it happened consciously or not. That's the ultimate conspiracy phrase. If you can't prove someone is being biased, just say they're doing it unconsciously, so they can never prove you wrong. For Julia and the rest of the BreadTube circle, you can't just enjoy a classic cartoon. You have to perform a forensic audit on its hidden biases first. And don't get me started on the ampersand. She calls it a slurred word.
It's X, Y, Z, and per se end, which basically means end by itself, end. Over time, that turned into one slurred word, ampersand.
It's not a slur, Julia. It's just how language evolves. But in her world, every evolution is a mistake and every design is a secret tool of oppression. It's mind snacks that are actually just reaching for things that aren't there. By the way, it was never really the 27th letter. It was just a symbol people tacked onto the end of the list while reciting it in school. But she frames it like some big change happened, ignoring the fact that we don't include the $sign or the pound symbol in the alphabet either. It's a reach to make basic grammar feel like a mystery she's solving for you. Julia's content is the clean girl, aesthetic version of a conspiracy theory. It's polished, it's analytical, and it's completely obsessed with finding bias in things as simple as a pair of cartoon gloves or a map of the world. Sometimes a map is just a map, and a glove is just a way to avoid drawing fingers. But I guess that wouldn't get a million views, would it? Honestly, when I first saw her channel, I had a theory. You see Julia over-analyzing maps and cartoons, looking for hidden Western bias everywhere, and you have to wonder, where does that guilt come from? She's a French-speaking creator from the heart of Europe. I look at her and think she must be a descendant of those old Belgian soldiers in the Congo. Her ancestors probably spent the 19th century doing, well, let's just say not so aesthetic things in Africa. Now, Julia's seen the family photo album and realized the dark history is actually her own lineage. So now, she's overcompensating by making these anti-West conspiracy theories. She's trying to decolonize your GPS and your cartoons because she's trying to outrun her own family tree. It's not mind snacks, it's ancestral guilt snacks. But that's the real trick, isn't it? That's the peak BreadTube logic. You take a perfectly functional tool like a map that keeps sailors alive or a cartoon glove that saves an animator's budget and you bury it under layers of hidden darkness, so you don't have to look at the actual history in front of you. If I'm right about the Congo theory, then Julia isn't just a creator. She's a digital archivist of her own guilt. She's so busy flipping the script on the Mercator projection because it's easier than flipping the pages of a family tree that might actually have some dark history in it. She wants you to believe that design is a secret weapon of the West, but maybe she's just projecting. She's giving you mind snacks, while she tries to digest the fact that sometimes a glove is just a glove, and a map is just a way to find your way home unless, of course, your ancestors were using that map to find someone else's home to take over. But hey, that's just a theory, a Union Duff theory. Stay analog. Stop over-analyzing the alphabet, and for the love of everything, just watch the cartoon and stop looking for a conspiracy in Mickey's hands. Union Duff, signing off.